Walk into any NVC drugstore and you'll see everyday essentials, once easily accessible, now behind glass. Toothpaste, deodorant, even candy bars. It's a stark reminder of the city's struggle with petty theft, a phenomenon that's reached alarming proportions. Small businesses, the lifeblood of any city, are hit particularly hard. Already grappling with rising costs and online competition, they now face the added burden of increased security measures and inventory loss. The question then becomes, is this the new normal? Are we destined to shop in fortresses of commerce, our interactions mediated by layers of security? Store owners faced with mounting losses argue that these drastic measures are their only recourse. With each stolen item, their profit margins shrink, and their ability to serve the community is compromised. For many, the decision to lock up goods isn't made lightly but rather as a last resort. Critics argue that this approach is a double-edged sword. While it may deter theft, it also creates a hostile environment for honest shoppers. The act of shopping becomes fraught with suspicion and inconvenience. This atmosphere of distrust can erode the sense of community that local businesses strive to foster. The debate over security measures in retail reflects a struggle to balance individual freedoms with the need for security. While the sight of locked-up deodorant might seem trivial, it's a symptom of deeper societal issues. Economic inequality plays a significant role. As the gap between the rich and poor widens, so does the desperation of those struggling to make ends meet. For some, petty theft becomes a means of survival. Beyond economic hardship, social factors also contribute. A lack of opportunity, limited access to education, and systemic racism can create a sense of hopelessness. Addressing the root causes of this despair is crucial to breaking the cycle of poverty and crime. Over-policing in marginalized communities can trap individuals in the criminal justice system. By addressing the root causes of inequality and despair, we can create a more just and equitable society. NVC, like many metropolises, grapples with a stark wealth gap. Affluent neighborhoods boast high-end boutiques, while just a few miles away, poverty and unemployment cast a long shadow. This disparity isn't just a matter of aesthetics, it's a breeding ground for social unrest. When basic needs like food and shelter become luxuries, the temptation to resort to desperate measures increases. The rise in shoplifting can be seen as a barometer of the city's economic health. The lack of affordable housing further exacerbates the issue. As rents skyrocket, more people find themselves on the brink of homelessness. The city's failure to address the affordable housing crisis has created a pressure cooker environment. Cuts to social programs make it increasingly difficult for struggling individuals to access the support they need. Until these systemic issues are addressed, the cycle of poverty, desperation, and crime will likely persist. The influx of immigrants has also become a focal point in the debate surrounding theft. Some argue that newcomers contribute to the rise in crime. This narrative, however, is often fueled by xenophobia and lacks empirical evidence. Studies have shown that immigrants are less likely to commit crimes than native-born citizens. The demonization of immigrants as criminals diverts attention from the real issues, systemic inequalities, and the failure to provide adequate support. Instead of scapegoating newcomers, the focus should be on creating a more inclusive society. Immigrants often fill essential roles in the labor market, contributing to the city's economic vitality. The immigration debate, when intertwined with the issue of theft, often serves as a smokescreen, obscuring the need for comprehensive solutions. The issue of shoplifting in NVC is multifaceted, stemming from a complex interplay of socioeconomic factors and systemic inequalities. Addressing this issue requires a holistic approach, beyond simply locking up goods and increasing police presence. It demands a collective effort from policymakers, community leaders, businesses, and residents alike. Investing in social programs that provide a safety net for vulnerable populations is crucial. This includes expanding access to affordable housing, healthcare, and job training programs. By addressing the root causes of poverty and despair, we can create a more equitable society. Fostering a sense of community and belonging is essential. It's time to move beyond blame and division and work together to create a more just and equitable city for all residents.